Hello folks and welcome back to Red Moon Rocket. We are here in Mindustry. In our last video we went through and took care of Ground Zero. Now we're going to start branching out a little bit. We are not going to go over to Frozen Forest right now. We have this hex area here surrounding our original Ground Zero landing spot, and it looks like, ooh, there's another one over there, which I have never explored before. So maybe we'll get there at some point, but I think we have a lot of spaces we need to go to first. So let's go ahead and check this out here. When we click on these, it tells us our threat level. So we want to find a low, and I'm probably going to pick this one here because this is a medium, this is a medium, or this one and this one and this one are medium. So this one means it's the farthest away from the most amount of threat there. So let's go ahead and launch this, and we're going to go to resources, and we're going to max out all of the resources that we're able to take with us. Head on back, and then we will launch. And like normal, we're going to pause it, just take a look at what we have, what we don't have, and maybe try to explore this area a little bit better. So taking a look around here, alright, so we have something there. What is that? That's coal. Okay, so we have coal. That's a new resource that we haven't really explored yet. We have our copper. We have our lead. There's something over there that's popping up. Dark sand. Okay, that's new. We have a lot of coal around here. Whatever this stuff is, maybe just water. There's an area that we can't access at all as far as conveyor belts and all that go, I don't believe. And wow, this is a big map. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to fly through here real fast. We're just going to explore and see what is actually where they're coming from, and then we'll kind of jump in here and see where we're at. So this is a giant map. Oh my goodness, our last map was nowhere close to this size. Okay, so that's our spot where they're coming from. So it looks like they can come over this way or that way, which means we need to build our defenses. Oof. Probably somewhere out in this area, maybe, or right here. This is where we're going to build. It's a nice narrow spot. Doesn't look like, oh, there is another way up. Okay, so maybe we'll build a defensive layer here and another one there. I don't know if these guys are all ground guys or what. But the nice thing about this is that because we brought over a whole bunch of resources, we actually have a lot that we can do without having to build any, or kind of go through and build the normal stuff that you need to build. So we're going to start off with just our basic setup here, which is going to be a router, a duo, and a conveyor, and then we're just going to copy and paste those guys going across. See, I'm getting better. Just maximizing some of this stuff here, making sure that we can go through and do all of this quickly and efficiently, hopefully. And I'm hoping that we can get to some new tools here in this game here. So let's go through, because we have coal. We haven't really seen coal yet. We don't know what it does really. So we're going to have to explore that. But first we need to get our defenses set up. So that's what we're going to focus on right now. Looks like we got that set. And okay. Let's start off here and then build our way over. And then if we need to, we can add more copper resources on. But I want those to stay somewhere over there. Okay. Are you? Okay, you are pulling off. You're not pulling a bunch. You're not really worth it. Okay. So we're going to start here. We'll go there, and then we'll start pulling this stuff up. And where can we dump this into? We'll go right there. Okay. So we're just trying to get our conveyor belts set up here and our resources set so that we can actually start building or feeding these guys. So hopefully that our defensive systems will work and do what they need to do. So that's going to go through. Hopefully they'll at least satisfy that area. And we don't have a lot of copper to play with back here, but we'll get it set up. But first, let's go through. This looks like this is about the narrowest we're going to get there, so we'll build our duos and all that stuff just like we did on the other one. We'll do the same setup here and hope that we can get that set. So build those and then do a whole bunch of copy and paste. Probably should have dumped that down a little bit lower just to not interfere with the lead that's there. I always want to call it iron. I apologize, but that's just what my brain says it's supposed to be. So I get into that mode. But let's go ahead and get our duos out of the way. Build up our blockade here. Hopefully it's not flying, guys. That would be a problem. But let's go in, and now we can get our basic defensive measures set up here. We'll do that. And these guys were all going to crash down this way. And all I'm doing is I'm trying to avoid all this coal because I have a feeling we're going to be able to do stuff with it. If I remember right, again, it's been a long time since I really played this game with any type of intensity. But if I remember properly, you can do a lot of stuff with coal, but you do need to have, obviously, it as a resource here. So there we go. And we should have some spaces for this one to start flooding in here real soon. Alright, so our basic defenses... Oh, we're a lot closer to our base than I thought we were. That's fine. Let's go in here and get some other stuff set up for our initial offering here. Actually, I have some chances to get some really full runs. Let's do those before we do anything else, and then we can figure out what else we need to do. Alright, we have that. Oh, we can just go straight up here, okay. There we go. And while we're at it, why don't we drill, or can we just click on it and discover it? Oh, we can't click. We can't click and do that one. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Alright, so... There we go. We have new content unlocked because of our ability to gather coal. So we're going to pause this real fast and go over to our tech tree and see what that does for us. We have coal unlocked. Don't have anything over here, and there's no new weapons. Ooh, but off of our drill, we do have a couple things. So we have a graphite press, which compresses coal into graphite. And then we have a combustion chamber, which is going to generate power by burning flammable materials such as coal. Okay. It's nice to see in the future that we still have fossil fuels as a primary sense or source of our power here. All right. So let's go through here. Oh, look, see? It's getting all the way over there. Perfect. Have we gotten over to this one yet? Because we have a wave coming here very shortly. I guess I should probably see what type of stuff is coming. Ooh, look at all this. There's so many resources in this area. Oops. All right, we're going to have to definitely build some more stuff out here just to hopefully gather some of those resources. Oh, it's flying, guys. No, that's not what I wanted. At least the flying guys don't seem to shoot back. This is a problem. All right. I have a terrible shot. Okay. So we're going to have to invest some resources here in some scatters. That's the best way for air defense, right? All right, let's go ahead and get our air defenses set up here. That's going to be for our defenses, and then this one will be to actually feed our iron so that we have that as a resource to use in the future here. Alright. Just going to bring that across. What do I want to do? Do I want to bring that all the way up and around? Sure, why not? Let's do that. I don't know if this is the best way to do that, but that's what we're going to do there. And then we need some scatters. We're actually going to put some scatters right off of that, I think, just to kind of keep our core a little protected. And this guy's already getting ammo because at the end of these bridge conveyors, they are basically a router that shoots stuff out to the side. So we have that. All right, we have a really, really base level of protection there. We're going to have to get more, but for right now, that's fine. It's also getting dark. Okay. And then let's see here. This area over here, we're going to put some more scatters. So let's go through and just lay out where they're going to go. And we already have bad guys on the way. Which is not the best, though. I don't have any defenses really set up right now for this, but whatever. We'll deal with it. Unless it's guys on... Nope, it's not guys on the ground. No, we fly somewhere else. Fly somewhere else. Come on. It's quite frustrating that they're not flying through the areas I need them to fly through. Just attack the core. You want to go get the core. Go to... This game is incredibly frustrating trying to shoot things. I wish there was an automatic targeting system or something, because I am just not good at that. Alright. So now that we spent far too much time trying to get a stupid bad guy shot down, now hopefully we can go through and actually do what we need to do here and get ourselves some defense. And I don't particularly remember seeing a whole bunch of areas where there was a lot of iron or lead farther back, excuse me, but maybe there is and I just forgot. We'll find out, I guess. And those not being the same distance and all, that's going to bother me, so we have to fix that. Alright, so we have lead being put into our core. We have that. Let's go into our research arm and get our graphite press. Ooh, we even get more stuff. Alright, so we have a pyrite mixer, which mixes coal and lead and sand into pyrite. Interesting. And then we have a silicon smelter. Refined silicon from sand and coal. Cool. And let's do our combustion generator. We got a power node. Ooh, man, we're getting tons of stuff. Battery. What else? That a mender periodically repairs. Cool, we could use that. And then we don't have any copper to complete the rest of those things. So we've used up our copper supply, but that's not a problem because look, we have lots of copper that can, or is not currently being used here. So we're just gonna branch it off of that. Does it work if I put it? Yeah, I don't even have to spend money on extra stuff. Look at that. All right, so we have this whole area here is going to be producing extra. And we have our first, or our next round of bad guys coming. Hopefully our aerial defenses here will hold up. Alright, so he's coming in. Doesn't care about me at all. Okay, there we go. That's what we need. I'm going to say that we probably need to put some guys out here. Oh, look, we have a nice little lead or lead area out there that we could probably play with. And right down here is where they're at, right? Yeah, okay. There's another one there, but we can't get to it right now. We'll deal with that a little bit down the road. But let's go ahead and explore what we've had here. So when we upgraded our resources, over here on the right-hand side, we got a whole bunch of other stuff that popped up. So we've always had this area, which is just our duo and our scatter. We've had our drill. We've had our conveyor belts and routing systems. Now we have a lightning bolt, which allows us to access our power node, our battery, and our combustion generator. We've had the wall area for a little while, and now we have a factory. I'm going to call that factory for the graphite press, and then we also have the mender. So let's go in and take a look at how to do this and what we need to do to get it set up. But before we do any of that, let's just see if we can steal any resources from this. I don't know if these resources are stolen. I don't know what that is either. What is that thing? A cultivator. What does that do? A water extractor and a steam generator. We have some exploring to do here in the near future, but we're going to get this deconstructed first, and then we can figure out what to do next. All right, so let's go in and figure out what we're doing here. We have another wave coming here in just a little bit. I'm assuming they're going to get ramped up here rather quickly, but at least we have our copper flowing in at a good pace. See, we're even backing up our original or our secondary things here, which should let up here in just a little bit. But let's go ahead here and mine out some more lead that we can then go through and get some more scatters set up. So they've been really coming through this area here, so I think I'm just going to line up some additional scatters along this edge here, and those will also protect our duos if they happen to come that way. Why do I always do this? Well, at least the duos can do some work for me. Great. Crash into my stuff. Okay. I did not realize that duos can actually shoot at both the ground and air units. That's kind of nice. Even though they're not super strong, they can at least do something, which is better than nothing. No, take your weapons. Come on. All right, and then we'll put another router in there. And we'll load them up, and we are currently, again, stuck on our copper situation. So we're going to need to mine some more copper here to feed our building frenzy. There's a good spot of copper up here. There's more copper. But I'm really interested in this thing, the graphite press. That's one of the things I really want to play with a lot more here. But we can't do that until we actually have a safe area, which hopefully here we've satisfied with this next round. You can see these scatters are filling up on ammo. This area is about to run out, and then these guys are still pumping out plenty good stuff, and we have this built. We'll probably extend this line up here a little bit more, but let's first go through and figure out what these this thing does. So graphite press. When we take a look at it, it needs, let's see. Okay, so we get 2 coal and it outputs 1 graphite. Doesn't cost a whole lot to build. It takes just under a second to build them. And we have that. So we're going to need probably a good amount of coal to be able to do the next steps here. So let's build some coal stuff and then we can go from there. Oops. All right, so that's probably plenty of coal for what we need to do. So we'll get those there. And then we're going to build our graphite presses off of there. Now, I did do one little bit of research to kind of see what the best optimized way to do this is as far as simplicity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 of these in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm going to use a router here to do this. These output to all sides. So if I were to put a, let's say I would run a conveyor here going sideways, you see how it outputs automatically to it? It's kind of like these guys where they just output everywhere. So what I want to do here is I'm going to feed the copper in here, but the copper is going to go in here, here, and also into this router. But it's also going to, once it gets its 2 copper, it's going to output back onto this. So to fix that, so I only output the, what is this? The graphite that I want to do, I'm going to get a sorter. So a sorter here is going to allow only the selected object. So you just click on it and says, what do you want to have coming out of here? So I first have to produce some graphite. So we'll do that here. And then when we go back to our sorter, we can go ahead and select just the graphite. And if we've done this properly, only the graphite comes out and we have all that coal going in. So I think that's a good setup for us to begin with here. And then we'll figure out maybe a better way of doing it later on. We also have what appears to be a sandstorm going on. Awesome. So let's bring that into our core area.
And we have our graphite being outputted. Okay. Looks like we probably could actually add on more because this whole line is not being used, although it's just because of the kind of the backup from when we originally put it in. But hopefully that gets going, and we can always dump more coal because there's actually a lot of coal in this area. Our bad guys are currently on their way in. We're probably going to have to provide some defenses for this, although those guys seem very happy to attack that area, which makes me very happy. And we're going to provide some scatters here just in case. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks good. And then we'll route these bad boys up. And we'll get going from there. Alright, so we're still really suffering in the copper area. We're going to have to fix that here real soon because it's really slowing us down as far as progress goes. But for right now, we can go in and at least get the base level set up for what we need to do. And then we'll come back and deal with the other stuff here in just a little bit. And we still are making really good, like there's still a backlog here, which is nice. We have just a little bit of the lead coming down. Build a junction there instead. I dislike that tool sometimes. It's really useful sometimes, and other times it drives me crazy. But let's go ahead and fix that problem. So we're going to have more stuff here. And I don't think this is useful at all. I don't think there's any use for coal as a starting spot. So we're just going to deconstruct that for right now. If that provides useful stuff, if I have to figure out something else to do with it, we can go back. But let's go in and tap into our resources that we have full here. So we got all of that, and then we can just kind of mirror that whole path up there. I heard the scatters in the background. It looks like they're doing their job. I have not checked on them at all, so hopefully that's still true. And I guess we'll have to go up this time. Alright. There we go. Okay, so that should hopefully solve some of our problems, although it's really not producing all that much. Let's go in and add on these guys here. Their placement makes things annoying. Alright, because we have to always provide a way for the belts to get fed, otherwise it doesn't work. So, there. All of our belts are fed. We have that going. Hopefully we can start outputting a whole bunch of stuff. The sandstorm apparently is done, so that's nice, and we're outputting all of the things we need to. Hopefully we can start going through here, and I don't see where our guys crashed last, so they should be coming in. There are 20 waves this time around, and I probably should add some scatters out for these guys just in case, although these guys are able to go through and defend themselves from the air, right? Maybe I'll put on some walls here just to keep them safe, just in case. I don't know if they need that or not, but hopefully we can just provide some additional protection for what they might need. And again, we're not totally killing our... this is basically keeping us even with our production. So if we can increase our copper a little bit, that will probably help as well. So let's get that done. There's nothing else resource-wise. Oh, we have these guys that we can also research. So we've done that. Do we have enough for this one? We do as well for that one. And we get them, but nothing is unlocked from them. Okay. So let's go in here and take a look at some of the other things. We have this graphite going in. I don't know what graphite does, what its usefulness or non-usefulness. Oh my goodness. Those things get destroyed pretty quickly here. Looks like when they're crashing, they're not hurting the health of... Oh, those ones have their health hurt. So maybe we can take a look at this thing. This is the mender. The mender, from what I remember here, it periodically repairs buildings in the vicinity. So that's probably a good idea. But taking a look at this, is there anything else do we need to feed it with anything? Power. Okay. So for that to work, it's going to need power. So let's go over to our lightning bolt here. We have a combustion generator, which fossil fuel city. We need to supply it with coal, spore pods, blast compound, or pyrite. Okay. So didn't we just get the pyrite mixer set up? What do we need for the pyrite mixer? That uses power too. Okay, so before we can do anything, we need to definitely have power. So let's go in and drill some coal. We have that there. We'll go in and just output that like so. So we have coal. Then we're going to use a router. And then we can go in and get our combustion generator. And then we can add a node. A node basically allows you to carry power from one spot to another. And for right now, I'm just going to add batteries because I don't have anything to spend that power on. So you can see the power's going up. And when you click on a node, the little information bar on the right-hand side there tells you how much power you're making. So 120 power per second. And then we have storage. So we have almost 2,000 units of power stored. So now we can go in and use the mender. And add that. You can see they kind of just, maybe I'll put it along every other one of these guys here, and that seems to work. And then we just need to add our nodes to give them power, because right now they're not doing squat. And you can see a little flash that tells you that they're working, and we should see the health go up. There we go. That was different. Oh, we're even actually hurting our drills. Okay. Let's go in and just add some quick walls here. I'm not going to add the super big walls, just the quick ones, because we don't have a ton of copper right now. We need to get that up a little higher, and hopefully this will allow us to do that. Let's go through and do that. And what I could potentially do here too is, oh, we are splitting that one off. Okay. Oh, there's bad guys. There's bad guys. There's ground-based bad guys. Okay. Okay, so we haven't had that yet. We haven't had any ground-based bad guys here. So that makes me excited that we didn't waste time putting these in, but it also means that we're at a different level now. So we're halfway through, and there are significantly more challenges coming our way, I feel. So we're just going to have to bulk up on the defense to try to make sure that we get all of that handled properly. And you can see we're eating our ammo up as we put in all those new duos. This guy's over here haven't faced anything, I don't believe yet. So that's good. They're fully fed. And then we have these guys up here. I really think I'm going to tap into this one as well. Yeah. If I can grab all that and have that coming up as well. We're feeding back into the core just as a extra backup. That would be nice. But we'll just have it mirror this one. There we go. Okay. We have another round coming. We have bad guys on the way. You can see the two little red dots. These guys are air-based. There are a total of 4 enemies, so 3 in the air it looks like. And then that means 1 will be on the ground. They don't make it too far. And then our ground-based bad guy is right there. Oh, hello. I'll leave you be, and we can play later. All right, so I think we're okay with this initial setup here. This guy is super slow, but these duos should be able to knock him out pretty darn quick. I'm just going to add the big wall there. That'll make me feel better. Because you can see he's going through those ones real fast. Oh, we have the menders. Maybe we can put those in there. And yeah, let's go in and see if we can help our team out here. It's mender, Ender. And these have a little radius that's going with, so I'm just trying to make sure everybody's in that radius. And then I can go in and add power node coming down off of that one. I have no idea what the best layout for this is, but this is what I'm doing, and it works. So the mender's going through and fixing everything. Hopefully we can get this set and ready. I am going to remove some of these to try to get the bigger blocks in there, because they have 4 times the amount of life, because they're 4 times as big. Alright, and then hopefully once we get a little bit more established here, do I do it? I'm going to do it. That was a terrible choice. Yeah, that was a terrible choice. So I'm going to quit out of there. And we're just going to go in and hopefully build those up really quickly. We have 4 enemies again. 3 in the air. Just don't make it too far. But they did fly into our nice new wall, which hopefully should be getting fixed here. Our power. Ooh, we're minus power. Okay. So that's a problem. We're just not making enough, or what's the deal? Okay, maybe we can go in and add on some more resources for our power generation area here. That's still not going to be enough, is it? Oh, we have all this up here. Let's just go in and mine that stuff out. So we have that. We're going to bring it. This is going to be a hot mess. So get ready for it, because we're going to do this. We're going to bring this out all the way over here. And then it's going to come down and around. This is sloppy, but it's okay. It'll work. And then we'll feed that into there. And then we should have even more coal coming our way. Although the coal is really slow to get mined. I don't know what the deal here is, but let's see if we can mine even more of it. Alright. This is a hot mess of conveyor belts. I apologize. But, oh no! No, no, no! We can't have those. Those are the wrong resource. If those feed into our generators there, they're going to shut the whole power production down, and then we are in a fair bit of trouble. So we just need to remove the ones that are there, rebuild those. And again, those bridge generators, when you get to the bottom or the end of it, it pops them out to either side. So what I need to do is go up, over, and down, which is the dumbest thing ever, but that's what we need to do in order to get everything powered here. And now when we go in, we're still at negative power, so that's not good. Maybe we can put another router in and then add another combustion generator. We're still at a negative number, which is not good. So let's add another one. There we go. We're making power again. Alright. So we have this area. We're going to get rid of all of those. And we're just going to rebuild our wall here, making sure to just add bigger blocks just because we don't want it to get broken into. Does our mender fit everything? Alright, so this guy's screwed. He's not going to get touched by that, but that's okay. Alright, I still want to try to look at some of these other things. So we have our graphite press, we have our silicon smelter, And we have pirate mixer. I want to look at this silicon smelter because there's some cool stuff you can do with this one. And it works really well. We just need to find a supply of black sand. Here's some dark sand. This area over here, even though it looks the exact same as this, is not dark sand for some reason. So this is not dark sand. This is dark sand. I don't understand it, but whatever. We have a little bit of coal over here, which we're going to need for that. So let's go in and just... Let's see, where do we want to put this at? Oh, wow. We have a lot of coal here. Maybe we can use some of the coal from that to do what we need to do. So let's go in and drill for... Oh, okay. You see how there's like a different texture here? The ones that are dark sand have the little lines, whereas this one has the circles. Okay, I got it. I'm picking up what this game's putting down. All right, let's go in. And we're going to need just a stupid amount of sand for what we have planned here. So let's go back in. It's weird. As I play this game more, like my brain's starting to remember how to do stuff. But I know it was never good enough at this game to remember how to do a lot of things. So it's kind of a hot mess here. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to feed coal and sand into our smelter here. And it's going to allow us to make things from it. The problem with this, from what I remember, is that you need to be able to feed things from... have them separated, but feed two things into a two area, which will make sense here in a second. Essentially, what I need to do here is this smelter is 2 blocks wide and 2 blocks tall. It needs to have 2 inputs going into it. So we have sand going into it, and we also have the coal going into it. It also requires power. So to get this to work properly, from what I remember, we're going to go in, router every other. Then we're going to have that go straight, straight, straight. Then there's going to be router every other on the opposite ones. I'm going to make it so there's outputting 3 things. And then we're going to... What is that? I don't know what that is. We're going to go over for the junction. Junction, junction, junction. And then if we've done this right, the sand will come out every other, which is what we want. But we've made a mistake already. This can't happen here because we can't output onto that. So what we're going to do is, instead of the sand coming there, it's going to come over here and up. Because the smelters here are going to output just like the graphite presses do. They output to any of the ends. So they got power. That's all well and good. Then we can output 1, 2, 3, and have it head up. But now we need to provide the input, which is going to be here. We need to have that come out and down. And we're going to put a router on there. So if we've done this properly, these guys are going to come in. It will go here, here, and here. And then you'll see this little thing. I think it's going to do something. There we go. It lights up. And we got new content unlocked. What did we get? So we go in here. Okay. So we have silicon. Or silicon? 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 I don't know what it is. But we have that taken care of. So now we should be able to... Oh, and it's producing it. Awesome. So we're going to take that, put all that stuff back to the core. And spend it at some point. But we can see that the coal is going in. We don't have... It's not 100% thing of coal, but we have plenty of it. Are our batteries still... we're losing a little bit of power here, so we're going to have to... We need to get some more power. I guess we'll add on another router. Another combustion generator. And we're back to sort of making power. We're right on the edge, but we're making stuff. And what we're actually waiting on right now is sand. Interesting. Okay. So we have our sands. That's all coming out. Looks all well and good. I'm happy with that. We have our silicon. The belt is like 2/3 full. I'm fine with that. And we have our production rolling along here. We have more stuff here, which we could... Okay, we're starting to run out of our coal. Although we still have lots of... We have everything. We have problems with all of this stuff right now. We still have a bad guy. Oh, they're going this way. Uh-oh. We don't have menders or power out here. But we do have duos to do the job. We can add more. Wow, that guy took a while to kill. Alright, let's add one more in there. And then I guess we should add a scatter or a mender. And we have plenty of coal to do that with. So let's go in and add those in. Combustion generator. Just gonna put 3 of them, I guess. And then we'll put in our routers. And then we'll just throw those right in there. Those go right in there. We have our power node, which I'm just going to stick out here for right now. And we'll put some batteries. Just so that generation has its place to do stuff. And then we can start putting in our menders. And then we'll pair that back up with some nodes here. Alright, and that's getting fixed up. Cool. We've accomplished that goal. And we're already on wave 16, which is kind of amazing that we're already at that point because it seems like we just got started here. You can see we have a lot of production happening, and we probably are going to need to increase all that stuff. Did we get anything else in the... Oh my. When I went and saw this, I was like, okay, we're done. We actually have a whole bunch of stuff up here that we can look at. So we have this guy, which is a microprocessor. Runs a sequence of logic instructions in a loop. Okay, cool. We have an illuminator. It emits light. That's pretty obvious here. We have... solar panels, so they provide power from the sun. Cool. We're going to get that at some point. We still need more silicon for that. And then we have a scorch, which burns anything to the ground. Highly effective. And then we have this thing, an arc, which fires electricity at ground targets. Yes, please. Then we have this, a lancer. Okay. We should probably be done with this one here pretty soon. And then once we're done that, we can jump into this area and just exploit all of the stuff that we have there and really start going to town. They found our weak area here. That's going to be a problem for us. I really just suck at shooting with these things. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. They have broken through. Oh god. Oh god. We have no defenses. That was our only line. We are... Oh my goodness. I should probably build something farther back here to help us out because we are screwed otherwise. Alright, so let's pause the game here real fast. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we're going to put a router here and here. We need a duo there and one coming down there. And then I'm going to copy and paste that area. And pray that that gets built before they're able to wreck too much stuff. We are in a fight of our lives here, and I'm not even shooting at them. Awesome. We're down to 2 of them, and apparently I can just live forever. Okay. So we have some severe damage that we need to address here if we want to keep surviving in this game. Alright. And this is where the bulk of our damage has happened, is this area down here has just been absolutely devastated by all of the bad guys. So we need to... Are they still here? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so we still have bad guys. I thought we were done with the bad guys, but apparently they are persisting. But we should hopefully be able to get everything back online here shortly once we get our resources coming back that they keep knocking out. These belts are very vulnerable. There we go. Finally have some defenses coming alive. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, it's fine. You guys can keep shooting at me. I don't care about that. Keep shooting at me. Keep shooting. Come on. Oh no! No, no, no! Mother of God, we are in just heaps of trouble right now. Luckily, our core has not actually been hit yet, but it's coming, and it's gonna hurt. We are not having a good time right now. They are absolutely devastating me and the defenses that we have, but thank God I have unlimited lives from what I can see. Don't touch my scatters. They don't even shoot you. Come on, duos, help me out. Yes, okay. So I'm not going to worry about any of that right now because that's not important. Everything here is far more important. That we get all of this fixed and going again. These guys are particularly annoying, but the next wave's coming already. Awesome. I'm kind of speechless right now because we are just getting everything handed to us. But we at least have some... I talked about getting scatters at one point, didn't I? And I just kind of ignored it, said, no, not a big deal. We don't need to worry about that. We needed to worry about that. Alright, now I need to help out my team here and just see if I can just add fire to things. Oh, God. Got more guys through here. So long conveyor belts need to be protected because if you don't protect them, they get destroyed pretty easily. And we, again, this is at least, there's one more wave after this, so hopefully we can survive to the end and get things protected the way they should be. Guys, come up here. Follow me. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Okay. I have that. Alright, we're going to do something stupid and just put duos right along there. Maybe it'll provide us with some level of protection when the next round inevitably gets through. play with them. We're hearing crashing sounds, which is at least better than what we had before, right? Oh god. Oh god. This is our last one, but we still have 17 enemies that we need to deal with. And there are 4 ground guys this time. Okay. Awesome. We'll make it through this round, but this was utter failure as far as planning and protection goes. That one side, they really exploited our weakness there and took full advantage of it. Come on, we need to get rid of more of them. Get rid of more. We can get rid of all of them. Okay. So we are done that. There's something exploding there. Oh goodness. So what did we learn today, folks? Well, we learned that if you have defenses that are dependent on long supply chains, you should probably defend those long supply chains with things that matter, because if you don't, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. But let's go in and see if we can just get some of this stuff hooked back up here. So we're getting some of our resources going back to where they're supposed to be. Alright, we have that. The coal is going to be flowing back into our power sources. Our scatters are slowly knocking out. We only have 5 bad guys remaining, and I'm sure they're all down here, just causing mass havoc. Yeah, okay, you guys can shoot the walls down. Completely, there's no trace that I ever existed over here. They've completely eliminated all of it. Yeah, go up there. Go find some stuff up there. Come here, guys. Come up here. Alright, I'm just going to remove all this because it doesn't matter. They're going to either sit here and destroy it for the next little while, or we can just let them get blown up here, and then we'll deal with them. Oh, they shot me down. They did not want me destroying the stuff. They wanted to be the ones to destroy it. Awesome. Oh goodness, more disaster. Okay. That's supposed to be a junction. Where's my junction? Okay, and then we need to remove all of that so that it can go back in. Alright, so that's all there. This area stayed totally untouched, which means we still need to set some defenses up for it. This area here, the scatters did their job, you guys did your job, and nothing here did its job. Just stop shooting the walls. Nobody cares about the walls. It's okay, just destroy them. Just destroy it. We'll knock it out. It's not a big deal. There you go. Go fly and go get destroyed. See how easy that was? No. Just go up there and get shot at. There you go. Okay. Sector has been captured. If we take a look at our map, we've been able to expand out this way if we wanted to. All in low threat areas, but we're going to go back here. We're going to refix all this stuff, but we're going to do that in another video because, quite frankly, I'm sad right now. We put in a lot of work, and good area of our production system got totally shut down. We're also not able to do anything right now because I don't think we're producing any power. We're drawing negative 306 power per second, which I'm assuming is all of these guys are trying to help. I don't know what's going on. This doesn't seem to be doing anything at all. Let's just go through and remove all those and put new ones in. And let's try resetting this up here. So all of these are going to flow together. We'll put routers through all of that. And then we can put our combustion generators. And we're going to put a bunch of them in this time just to try to get stuff going. All right, we have power returning. We're plus 114 or so. All of that's going through all nice and good. We are dumping out all of this. Awesome. Okay. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and save. We're going to come back and address this glaring hole here. And we're also going to go back and look and see how we can do the pyrite mixer. Because these combustion generators can also run on pyrite. So maybe it makes sense for them to go through. Because the pyrite mixer, from what I remember here, uses 12 power per second. But if we go over to the combustion generator, it makes 60 units of power per second. So if we can get that trade-off there, we should be good. But that's where we're going to go through. We'll deal with building this area up and correcting all of my many numerous astounding mistakes here in our next video. But thanks for tuning in, folks. I will see you in our next video, and see you later.